everybody, this is Mona and welcome to Butterfliez Home and Garden. I am coming on, guys, to show you how much growth has taken place since the last video. It's a lot going on. This tomato right here is just really taking off. This is the pink lemonade blueberry bush that I had last year, and it's just starting to kind of wake up and come to life and, you know, do its thing. So yeah, the garlic is doing very well. I got very curious the other day so I pulled one out because I was like, this has been planted here, it overwintered. I'm just jumping out of my pants ready to get this harvested, so I'm gonna give it a little bit more time. So until I start to see, you know, more of that starting to die back, then I will take care of it. Over here, the tomatoes, and no, I still haven't gotten to those yet. I got a couple more out of those planted, but I still have a lot more to go. Well, not a lot. I think it's like 8 or 9 plants in there. But the tomatoes are doing really well. It's been so rainy. I mean, just rain and humidity. So it's kind of those moments when you do get an opportunity to get out here, you just, you know, try and make it really worth it and get a lot of stuff done. So I was able to, and that just grew, get all of the bottom leaves pruned off of the tomatoes. And this right here, the celery is in here. Like I said before, I'm really trying to stay kind of close to the plan that I had typed out. And companion planting, I really wanted to make sure that this season that I really did a lot of good companion planting. And celery and tomatoes are good companions, they're buddies. So I got some of the celery planted there, some more tomatoes. This is my bean bed right here. Got a couple of different types and varieties of bush beans down here. So starting to get some blooms, and even, you know, a little bit here and there of little beans that are starting to form. So yay. And today is actually the first day that I really saw the bees come out, and the butterflies. I mean, there's just been some gorgeous butterflies that have been flying through the yard all morning and all day. This right here, Blue Hubbard squash, and this is a straight experiment of growing this. This is a very large squash, so I'm very curious on seeing that kind of start doing its thing. It's picking up. I mean, it's really kind of flourished out again. I did a fish emulsion treatment on everything because it was just really nitrogen. So yeah, get that done. These are the melons. Some melons right here are peppers, and I'm gonna get out here and get these weeds. I think this is the last bit that I need to weed. I'm really trying to stay disciplined with that this year, because that's the worst thing about gardening is the weeding. But if you look right here, let's get close in, you see some sweet banana peppers. Yeah, and I pickled a lot of my banana peppers last year, and we are still eating off of those. The collards right here, these are my Georgia collards, and as you can see, yeah, it's time to do a harvest. So probably the end of this week I'll probably go ahead and do the first harvest on that. And yeah, I love collards because they are cut and come again. You can choose to pull out the whole thing, but I just do cut and come again. And I can get off of a decent amount of collards. I could get about 3 or 4 harvests in a summer. So yeah, looking forward to tasting those. We have another squash here, I believe. And I did today, on these trellises, planted up some pole beans and, what is it, pole beans? There's something else I can't remember. But the one thing I did not realize right away is the only thing that really did not make it after my vacation was my eggplant. Because I was like, wow, I don't have any eggplant. So none of that made it. So I did go ahead and plant some eggplant today in some containers. And all of these are the hot peppers. You can see they're doing really well. Starting to get a lot of flowering. I did it finally. Got the artichoke. I took 2 of them out and actually put them in a grow bag just to see how it would grow in a grow bag. We got some more hot peppers up here. This right here is it's a green and yellow zucchini plant. That's in here. And we got some little itty babies. Some itty bitties. Let me see if I could get in there. And it may work better that way. There we go. So we got a lot of female flowers down there. So I need my pollinators to get busy fast. And right here are some different varieties of cukes. So I got the cucumbers running over on this side as well as on this side. Right here we got our okra, and it is doing very well. I need to make a decision on those 2 right there on if I'm going to plant them or not. And I need to come and tie up my celery. This is a tender crisp and a Utah celery. So doing phenomenal. And over here, all along, well, down here is where I transplanted the artichoke too. And I'm gonna tell you something about artichoke. This is my first time ever growing artichoke, but those little thorns on there, oh my goodness, they are sharp. Really sharp. So yeah, that was something to look at that, because this thing, it just kind of, was a little stubborn in the beginning, but once it picked up and growing, it really grew. So right here we got some potatoes and corn. Again, companion planting, potatoes and corn love to be next to each other, but all of these up this row are potatoes and corn. I'm gonna get some other things planted. I still have like these right here, up there, and some back down the hill. So I want to eventually get something in there. In the veggie pot, which I need to come back and water. Look at that, guys. This is the Carolina Reaper pepper that I overwintered, and then when I started hardening off, forgot it out here, and it got really bad sun scald. I mean, it was really horrible. And as you can see, it is just really bounced back. I mean, it's doing fantastic. So I did plant some more cabbage right here in the center, and these ground cherries are just out of this world. This is another thing that I am growing for the first time ever. And I have this one in the veggie pod, and then I have on the side yard, oops, didn't mean to do that, the side yard, some other ground cherries planted, and I'm actually going to be transplanting some of those into another of the small pools and in some containers. And so this over here is another zucchini variety. I think that might be a Black Beauty zucchini, and a dark green. And our corn, yeah, the saying knee high by the 4th of July. Well, we are past knee high, so I am really hoping for a good corn harvest this year. My first year I did corn, just a few stalks, and it turned out good. Last year I waited a little bit too late to get them planted, so this year I was determined, that I am going to definitely get them planted in enough time. So they're doing really good. And oh, I forgot this over here, the basil. I think the last video I did, I hadn't planted anything in this yet because I wasn't for sure what I wanted to go in there. So I'm gonna give that basil another fish emulsion treatment. And in the front, these are kohlrabies. I think it's 2 rutabagas and the rest are kohlrabies. Yeah, never grown those 2 before, and I've actually never tasted either one of those either. So looking forward to that. Over here we got our melon bed. It's doing really good as well. We have a couple in here that really, these 2 back here, that one right there, and this one, it just really kind of started to die off, but it, you know, looks to be bouncing back. So I'm gonna let it roll and see what it does. These back here are zucchinis as well. Over there, and on the very end over there is another tomato plant. This right here is a zucchini. This right here is cabbage. It's a red cabbage and a golden cabbage. Of course, these are my sweet potato slips that I planted in those. And let's go back here. Oh, and I finally got this gazebo put up today, and it was originally supposed to be for the grill, but you know, that changed when I moved those on the patio. But this has been sitting in the backyard for the last 2 years. So finally got it all put together today, and I decided to put it here, and I'm just going to use it as like an outdoor grow area, grow station. Put some tables and some fence shelving up. So yeah, in this veggie pod we have chives. So the carrots are doing fantastic. Got onions down here. Let's move this cabbage. Let me tell you something. Beautiful. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. I mean, I just don't have any other words for it. Can't wait to harvest that. And this is the Napa cabbage, and this head is finally starting to form and get firm. So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to harvesting and tasting that. And let me get up here. Over here, I had the kiddos were over about a week or so ago. So they planted different, you know, peas and green beans and all of that. So I'm gonna just let it roll the way that they planted it, and that's that. And over here we have the other ground cherries. So now that I see how ground cherries spread out, this will definitely overcrowd this container. So I have another container like this, so I'm just gonna, you know, transfer some over to that. And then there's another little blue pool right there that I'm going to use to put some in as well. So I think that's it, guys. Yeah. So I will continue to update you. I'm not putting out as many videos as I normally have in the past. Time or the lack of time, I should say. But I'm trying to even still get caught up on all of you guys' videos that you've been doing. Just really enjoying all of that knowledge and information, and just enjoying watching the, you know, progress of the gardening community on YouTube. So I'll be back to kind of making videos more frequently, and, you know, the days ahead, but right now I'm kind of just getting it in where I can fit it in. So like I said, have enjoyed watching everybody's videos. Essie, let me tell you something, lady. You keep doing what you're doing. I'm telling you, I am loving everything you got going over there. Miss Cheryl over at Cheryl's Food Fort. Letitia Barefruit Gardening and Little Big Girl Farmer. Oh my goodness, I have enjoyed watching your videos. Dan over at Home in the Sticks, UT, Kiddo, Angel, all of you guys. So I'm still getting caught up on a lot of them because you guys got a lot going on, and I am loving every part of that. So guys, as always, be blessed, and I will see you on the next video. Take care.